All right. I know.
Will your phone die?
It ran out of space.
Uh-oh.
So,
Wait, did you have the video from this week?
yeah,
What are you doing with this?
they're on my YouTube station.
Oh.
No!
All of these? Why?
Being mad.
Why?
Because what we're doing, a lot of people want to know what we're doing. And they want to see how great you guys are. Which is,
We actually care about
yeah, that's how cool I am.
Can you guys stop exchanging like assignments between each other? Like, I just got on y'all over here. So my class is starting this. Here, I'll show you what it is. Oh, my class is starting this. Let me give it to you.
It's because we like each other, that's all. So, let's continue. There's the foreman whose name starts with an F.
Do you have to turn that in by the foreman?
Guys, there's a capo and a foreman, and we need to talk about both of them before the end of this chapter, otherwise you won't get to use your notes on the test.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. So there's a foreman, his name starts with an F.
Foreman?
A foreman. Foreman, like a boss.
Same chapter?
Yeah. This is chapter 5.
So there was this one guy?
There's this one guy, and he's in charge of the block.
What's his name?
His name starts with an F. I'm hoping one of you comes up with it.
Frankenstein.
You're really close.
Frantic.
Fronic, yes. Fronic.
Wait, was this chapter 5?
Yeah.
So after the gold,
So, hey guys, it's getting a little loud over at the mastery table. Are your stories happening?
How do you spell it?
I don't see stories happening. So get out some paper and do it old school. Okay. Let's. We got 10 minutes, and we got 2 chapters to get through. So, there's Fronic the foreman.
How do you spell that?
It's F-R-A-N, Fran, E-K.
So Ellie meets him, right?
Ellie meets him because Fronic is the one who controls the block that he lives in.
Wait, how do you spell it again?
Fran, E-K.
Frantic. And then his last name?
He doesn't have one that we know. So, Fronic, he's the boss. Fronic. This is like
The boss?
this is like the worst stand-up routine ever. Can you actually move there so he can kind of be in your spot so that I can see a little bit better? Because otherwise he's not hearing and then it's annoying. This is on video, so thank you. Yeah. Okay. Fronic. You guys are killing me.
He's the boss.
Fronic's the boss.
Fronic's the boss. Do we really type that down?
2 chapters.
Do it.
Do we really type that down? Wait, I thought it was chapter 6.
Disrespectful.
The reason we're talking about Fronic, for those of you who are still paying attention, is because Fronic is the one who finally steals Ellie's tooth. Okay, so the dentist doesn't ever get it. The dentist gets arrested before Ellie can give his tooth to him. But Fronic actually blackmails Ellie to get it. He's like, I'm going to beat your father until you give me your crown. And he does it. And so finally Ellie has to give it up. Yeah. And so instead of going to the dentist to get it pulled out, Ellie has to pay Fronic's friend to pull it out with a rusty spoon in the bathrooms. Yeah. But he has to pay for the privilege of it. Yeah. Just like jail. Yeah, rusty spoon. He has to pay them. Yeah. It sucks. It totally is. So he loses his crown, and then he gets transferred anyway, and so he loses it for nothing, which sucks. Then he has this other boss called Edek. I-D-E-K. Edek. Edek is kind of an asshole. And Edek is also kind of an amorous asshole. He likes to have the sexy times with the girls. Edek. I-D-E-K.
That's why he beats Eli.
Because Ellie walks in and sees Edek having some sexy times with this French girl, I believe. And he's like, and Ellie laughs at him because Edek's having sex and it's kind of funny. And then Ellie gets beaten. Edek, I-D-E-K.
Is he a Jew?
The girl is, Edek is not, as far as I'm aware.
Who is Edek?
The kind of boss of the camp. Yeah.
Wait, was it your class or was it Mr.
Oh, he was
class?
doing
I seen a video and he went downstairs.
he was doing
the basement.
No, he was doing a Jew girl.
A French girl.
A Jew girl.
It was the same dude who went down there in the
I'm
basement.
pretty sure it was a Jew
A
girl.
German guy, but he has.
No, bro, that was the.
Yeah, that's Schindler's List. Yeah.
It was a Jew girl. It was a Jew girl.
I feel like she's both French and Jewish.
She was a Jewish.
So you
French
both
girl.
win.
She was French Jewish.
Okay. So,
Or she was a Frenchish Jew girl.
5 minutes, 2 chapters. We're almost done with 5. Almost done with 5. And then there's there's a bunch of hangings. You remember what happens when they hang someone? What they make all the Jewish prisoners do?
Watch.
Yeah, they make them watch and then walk by them. So they have to look at their dead, swollen blue face. And he remembers particularly there was this guy, a bunch of people who try and steal food or all kinds of stuff. They get hung. And then the prisoners have to walk by them after they get hung.
So they do it just pretty much to scar them?
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, let me come in just a second. I need to finish with these guys first. So, there's this guy, a Dutch guy, called the Dutch Oberkapo, and he tries to put a plot together. Yeah, he's kind of like the secret police. He tries to overthrow the camp. He's the Dutch Oberkapo, Oberkapo.
Wait, O-B-E...
R. Yep, Ober Capo, Kapo.
To overthrow the camp?
Yeah, he's going to try and overthrow the camp, but they catch him. And he has a little boy who's his servant, and they decide to hang both of them.
Damn.
And the Dutch Oberkapo is hung, but the child is so small that it doesn't die. The child doesn't die when they try to hang him. Do you guys remember what happens?
He slips out. He slips out?
No, he has a
No.
servant.
He has a boy as a servant, and both of them get hung.
But the kid's too young.
Yes. He doesn't die for 30 minutes. He strangles to death slowly, and they all have to watch it. And Ellie looks at him and says, "That's when I saw God die, right there." Yeah. Because the boy, again, they look at him as kind of like an innocent. He kind of represents all that's innocent in the world. And he dies. He was a Jewish boy who was taken as a servant to one of the bosses of the camp. Yeah. There's also, he meets a French girl when he's working in a factory. And the French girl is really nice to him. Do you remember why she won't talk? You remember this at all? She is German, but she pretends not to be. She's a Jew, but she pretends not to be. Remember this?
Wait, what?
She's German, but she.
There's a girl in the factory that Ellie's working, and she has been passing as a non-Jew, but they put her in prison for trying to have fake papers, and she's really nice to Ellie. That's the only girl really in the book.
He also meets a French girl. So it's an undercover Jew.
Yep. French girl, undercover Jew. That works.
Wait, where do we save this at when we're finished?
You can just post it as a note if you want. That's fine. Okay, chapter 6. You ready for this?
Wait, chapter 6 already?
Chapter 6.
Yeah.
Death March.
The bell's gonna ring in 2 minutes.
I know, so we better be fast. Let me give you the highlights of chapter 6. Death March. Ellie's foot gets infected, and chapter 6, Ellie's foot gets infected, he has surgery, and then they make him walk for they run for 12 hours straight. And do you remember what would have happened if he had stayed at the hospital?
He would have got amputated.
No. He would have gotten rescued if he had stayed at the hospital.
So I could post this as a note, right?
Yep.
So I just...
Send it to E10 5th. Save it.
How do I save it?
Just press send. Yep. All right. If you need to take the test at home, great. Okay, let me look at it really quick.
Submit it?
Yep. Okay, yes. Yes, you go ahead and just hit submit unless, what's your 6th period? Carter? How far are you from the end?